It is hard not traveling when you want to be traveling. Hey friends, Sheila here. I'm a bicycle traveler who is currently not bicycle traveling. I've shared in some other videos that my sweet cat cheesecake at the start of this year was diagnosed with cancer, and as a result I canceled all my travel plans because I just wanted to be home with her and to kind of soak up every minute I could. And I don't regret that at all, but there is a part of my soul that loves traveling that's having a bit of a tough time right now. And so I decided to make a more conscious effort to bring those elements and that feeling of travel into my day-to-day life at home. So today I'm gonna share some of those things that have been bringing me that sense of adventure and joy and exploration at home. But first off, let's just take a moment to appreciate this PJ set that I love so much. My sister got it for me for Christmas, and before this I was always just wearing like old t-shirts, old shorts, whatever, and having a dedicated, super cozy PJ set, you know, that little bit of luxury that you can have when you're not on the road, it's the little things. First up, we are gonna do something totally new together, and that is to make Turkish tea. Well, it's new to me. It might not be new to you. If it's not new to you, you can tell me in the comments if I make any mistakes, because I'm just going off a YouTube video. In 2021, my partner and I bikepacked in Turkey for a month, and we absolutely loved it, would return in a heartbeat. And one of the things we loved most was their tea tradition, their chai. There are parts of Turkey where multiple times a day people would wave us over and invite us to share chai with them, and it was so special, and it's been something we've wanted to recreate ever since we got back. But we couldn't find the right teapot, we couldn't find the right tea, and so we just kind of kept putting it off. And then finally, last week, we just kind of took the plunge and got all the goodies we needed to make our own chai at home. We got the teapot, the tea, the glasses and saucers, and I even polished up my grandmother's old teaspoons. Also, I just need to say I'm doing all of this wearing my little knit slippers that were gifted to me by this lovely woman in Turkey. This process already feels just really special. Like, even if I can't be in Turkey right now, I'm, you know, bringing some of those special moments back home with me. Okay, it is boiling now. So, next steps, based on what I read online, I'm gonna take this off. I add a couple scoops of tea into the top pot. This could be way too much, I have no idea. But the great thing about Turkish tea is that the top pot holds the tea, like the flavored water tea, and the bottom is water, and you mix them. So even if I overdo it, I can just mix more. So it should be okay. And then I fill the bottom pot with more water, and then I just put it back, all back on the stove for 10 to 15 minutes. I don't know, 12? Split the difference. Let's see how that goes. It is time! Okay, now I believe you are supposed to put hot water in the glasses to kind of warm them up and, you know, clean them out. I don't know, it's something about the glasses and the two pots. You know, it's just tea, but it feels really special. Okay, now I'm going to get out of my PJs and take you somewhere that has really been making me feel like I've been traveling lately, even though it's close to home. Okay, now before we head out, I need to tell you about something else I am doing to kind of feel like I'm traveling in a sense, which involves these. Because I think the thing is with bikepacking, yeah, it's about being cool places and seeing new things, but it's also about that kind of connection to your body and challenging your body and your mind and just kind of feeling new things, I guess. And that desire to kind of feel more connected to my body and to, you know, support the health of my body got me really interested in barefoot shoes, or I guess walking barefoot generally speaking. I started reading up on the benefits of going barefoot months ago, and I'm by no means a barefoot expert, so I will let you do your own research. But for me, everything I read about going barefoot, the research felt good, and also just intuitively, the idea of giving our feet the space to move as they were designed to move, rather than, you know, being put in these little tight prisons. I could just kind of intuitively see that there could be benefits to my feet having their full range of motion. And as somebody who's dealt with ankle injuries and knee injuries and back pain, I was kind of curious to see if going barefoot could help with a lot of that, as it has for people. So this summer, my partner Michael and I started walking barefoot when we were visiting our family, because it was in the woods. There were lots of great kind of trails and earth to be on. But we live in the city, and I don't feel comfortable walking around barefoot in my city at this point. So I decided to try out these. The idea with a barefoot shoe is that it's zero drop. So instead of having all that padding that a lot of running shoes have, it is just completely flat. And then it also has like a wide toe box. So instead of our toes getting kind of pinched at the ends, they have the room to kind of spread out. But it definitely takes time getting used to. I've been kind of slowly building up my time walking in the barefoot shoes, because you do feel your body kind of like adjusting to this new way of moving, and you need to kind of adjust your walk as well. So my dog Lucy needs a walk, so it seems like a good opportunity to keep walking in the barefoot shoes and to take you somewhere special. One of the biggest things we've been having to get used to with barefoot walking is walking more slowly and like hitting the middle of your foot, because normally we do what's called like heel striking, because we have so much cushion in our running shoes and stuff. So you kind of have to like retrain your steps so that you're not hitting your heels, and that, because that can kind of hurt.
Slowing down has been the biggest change for me.
Yeah.
I like to walk fast.
Yeah, you do.
And so does Lucy.
Yeah.
Lucy, are you eating some grass?
This is the Canadian National Exhibition, the CNE, and it's from 1879. And I don't know, there's something about it that just makes me feel like I'm in Europe, like the big archways that you see in a lot of the, you know, big cities in Europe. There's something about like the grandness of it, and even though it's not that old by European standards, it just makes me feel like I'm in a little bit of a new place. And then this is the Stanley Barracks, and it's a military base, so complex history there, which is hard to read about. But I do appreciate being around things with historical significance, But honestly, more so than that, it's the fact that it's quiet here. We're like right in pretty much downtown Toronto, a little bit to the west, but this whole area is just a really quiet place to walk our dog and play with Lucy and to just feel like you're in the city, you're around this kind of history of the city, but it's a bit quieter. There is like a busy road there, so it's not like insanely quiet, but there aren't a lot of people around. Like there's almost never anyone here, which is just nice to find those little moments of peace and quiet in the city. All right, so that's what I have been up to and will be up to. I've also been just trying to enjoy the little things that you get when you are at home, like having access to a full pantry to cook fun things, you know, hanging out with my fur babies, and continuing to dream of and plan future trips. I haven't been posting as regularly lately because I was just, I guess, feeling a little uninspired. But then I realized that, you know, most of us aren't full-time travelers. Most of us travel when we can and work jobs or go to school or, you know, do all kinds of things in between. So I know I'm really not alone in this experience of having that time at home that we appreciate, but also are just really itching for the next adventure. So I would love to hear what you do when you're at home in between that time on the road. What brings you joy? What brings you that connection to your travels? Any thoughts? I'd just love to hear them. And also just a friendly reminder that if, like me, you are at home and dreaming of a bicycle adventure, but maybe it is your first bicycle adventure or you have a bigger one planned than anything you've done so far, consider checking out my Planning Your First Big Bike Tour workshop. It goes into bikes and bags and gear and traveling internationally and safety considerations and basically everything that I wish I had known when I was planning my first bike trip and dreaming of heading out. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons. If you want the behind the scenes scoop, you can join us over on Patreon. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.